In the quiet of a New Year's morn, under a sky so soft and blue, I felt a path unfold before me, a calm that said she's trusting you. She took my hand with a tender whisper, said, baby, lead me if you will, not to claim me, not to rule me, just to guide me gentle, warm and still.
I don't need a heavy hand, just a heart that knows my pace, someone steady in the moonlight who sees my soul, not just my face. So draw that circle in the air, love, let me step in when I choose, 'cause loving you feels like freedom, and it's a freedom I won't lose.
It ain't power, it ain't pressure, it's the way we move as one. Every breath, a quiet promise, every heartbeat soft and strong. So lead me through the moonlight, slow and true, with a touch that says I honor you. I'll follow where your kindness goes, where the wildflower wind still blows. Hold me close, but let me breathe. Love me strong, but set me free. In this dance of trust we choose, there ain't a thing we're gonna lose. She wants my confidence with caring, my direction with her say. She wants the strength inside my hands, but only in a tender way. So I step forward as her shelter, not a ruler, not a king, just a guardian of the moment where her heart can safely sing.
And when I lean into his shoulder, I feel a peace I can't reclaim. Any breath, any word, any moment, he reminds me love ain't chains. It's a soft and steady harmony where devotion finds its tune. Two hearts anchored in one rhythm, like a sunrise touch in June.
So lead me through the moonlight, slow and true, with a touch that says I honor you. I'll follow where your kindness goes, where the wildflower wind still blows. Hold me close, but let me breathe.
Love me strong, but set me free.
In this dance of trust we choose, there ain't a thing we're gonna lose. Take my hand, don't rush the night.
I'll guide you soft, I'll hold you right.
Let our hearts decide the pace.
Every step is sacred space.
In this love we gently move, finding truth in what we choose. Lead me through the moonlight, slow and true, every moment falling deeper into you,
Where the trust runs warm, the night runs long, and our two hearts hum the same sweet song.
hold me close, but let me breathe. Love me strong, but set me free. We were bold wild hearts on a desert road bend, boot heels kicking dust like we didn't need the wind. You pulled me close, a majestic sky said, baby, hold on tight. 'Cause nights like this don't last a lifetime. And we danced like there was no tomorrow, two shadows tangled in a borrowed glow. Yeah, we made love like we had all the time in the world, like everything paused just to watch us feel. We flew like eagles high above the herd, even when storms came and etched our names in the sky. I knew right then my heart would never be the same, and still I'd do it all over again. Darling, I'd do it all again. We faced hard times that cut deeper than a knife, our past stepping forward like old ghosts in the night. But we held on when the truth turned rough, saying love ain't easy, but it's always worth the dust. We cried quiet tears where the headlights dim, yet somehow we still hold on to the dancing we shared. Yeah, we made love like time was ours to steal, like the world stopped turning just to watch us feel. We soared like eagles high above the pain, even when the storms rolled in and carved our names. And I knew someday it'd break my heart, but I'd still do it, darling. I'd do it all again. Once in a lifetime don't come twice, and you were my fire in the coldest nights. If I had the chance to choose it again, I'd walk that same long road, every joy, every pain. We loved like time was ours to take, and every moment with you still feels true. We soared like eagles above the rain, even when heartbreak whispered our names. I knew it would break me in the end, but I'd still choose it, darling. Yeah, I'd still do it all again. A love like ours only comes once in a lifetime, and I'm grateful I got to share mine with you. I glance over, and there you are again, catching me looking like you meant to, though you didn't. It's that quiet little dance we shared, no music playing, yet somehow we're both moving in sync. Me watching you, you watching me. Two stubborn hearts drifting along the same wild stream. You wouldn't feel my eyes unless yours was searching too. And I ain't scared to say it now, there's something in you I wanna hold on to. And do you feel that pull in your chest, like the river's got our names carved in its crest? 'Cause girl, your smile hits soft, but it hits deep. Makes me wanna fall and stare, like we've been walking for weeks, side by side, stride for stride, carrying bruises we don't gotta hide. If you help me live mine, I'll shoulder yours too. Baby, we could build something strong enough to stand the storm blowing through. Yeah, me and you, two currents running true. You got that look like you've been hurt before, like love packed up and slipped out the door. But I ain't here to take, I'm here to stay, to meet you in the middle where the hard nights fade. Your fingers brush mine and the world slows down. Feels like home trying to find its way back around. We both got needs, both got scars, but maybe that's what makes us fit. Two busted up hearts still beating hard. Do you feel that pull in your chest, like the river's got our names carved in its crest? 'Cause girl, your smile hits soft, but it hits deep. Makes me wanna fall in step, like we've been walking for weeks, side by side, stride for stride, carrying bruises we don't gotta hide. If you help me live mine, I'll shoulder yours too. But baby, we can build something strong enough to stand the storm blowing through. Yeah, me and you, two currents running true. Right here between us, there's a place to rest, a place to trust, a place to lay down all the mess. Two tired souls finally letting go, finally letting somebody in close. If you choose me, I'll choose you. Every sunrise, every nightfall too. Do you feel that pull in your chest, like the good Lord's whispering, go on, take that step? Your smile's a promise I wanna believe in, a shelter built for two hearts learning to breathe. Side by side, stride for stride, a fortress standing strong through the darkest nights. Baby, we already know this could feel so right. Together, me and you, every day and every night. Yeah, me and you, two currents running true. I've been swimming in the dark so long, feels like the shoreline packed up and gone. Every mile I fight just to stay alive, kicking through the breakers with a prayer to survive. Yeah, the moon keeps watching like it knows my pain, and the tide keeps dragging me back again. But I ain't letting go no matter how it stings. A lonely man will chase the faintest dream. Salt on my lips, hope in my chest, arms getting heavy, but I ain't done it yet. 'Cause when it feels like an endless ocean between me and the love I seek, and every stroke leaves me more broken, more worn down, more weak, I keep pushing through them waves, holding on to one last breath, waiting for somebody's mercy, for a heart to throw me a life vest. You pull me in from the cold and the wreck into to the warmth of their arms at last. Some nights the water whispers, boy, give in, but I ain't built to drown, I was made to swim. Got scars on my shoulders from the storms I fought, and 1,000 old memories that say I'm worth a shot. I've seen good love vanish like a ship in fog, heard promises crack like driftwood logs. But even when the sky turns black as coal, I keep churning through the swell with a hungry soul. Yeah, the wind cuts deep, but I don't break. A man will bleed for the chance he takes, 'cause when it feels like an endless ocean between me and the love I seek, and every stroke leaves me more broken, more worn down, more weak, I keep pushing through them waves, holding on to one last breath, waiting for somebody's mercy, for a heart to throw me a life vest. You pull me in from the cold and the red, into the warmth of their arms at last. Maybe she's standing on some distant shore, looking out at the night, wondering who I'm swimming for. Maybe she's praying I don't lose my fight. Maybe she's a lighthouse burning through my night. And if she ever reaches out her hand, Lord, I'll rise up from the deep like a brand new man. When it feels like an endless ocean between me and the love I seek, I keep swimming through the heartache, through the lonely and the weak. Yeah, I'll push on through them waves, holding tight to one last breath, till the day a shadow falls on the water, and she throws me that life vest, pulls me in from the cold and the red, into the warmth of her arms at last. Maybe she's watching from some far-off shoreline, wondering if I'll ever make it home. Maybe she's searching for a man still swimming, not one who gave up and sank alone. If she's out there, Lord, let her see me, let her know I'm fighting for the day when her arms feel like dry land under me, and this ocean finally fades away. Really burning up tonight. There's a warmth that blooms between us soon as you step in close, like the night itself is watching just to see how far this goes. Your eyes lock on to mine, and it hits me in the chest, that sweet electric tremble that don't let a man rest. Girl, the air gets thick and heavy, like the world forgot to breathe, and I feel that quiet hunger pulling you right into me, 'cause you got me burning up tonight, feeling fire under my skin, every heartbeat hitting harder every time you lean back in. Yeah, you're making me sweat, girl, like the heat's about to ignite, and I just wanna lose myself in the flame of you tonight. When your hand brushes mine, it's a jolt straight through my veins, like a spark that finds a gasoline, and nothing feels the same. My breath catches in my throat, my pulse is running wild, and I'm locked into your gravity, like a fool, like a child. There's a sweetness in the fire, a slow burn I can't fight, pulling me a little closer as the dark folds into night, 'cause you Yeah, you got me burning up tonight, feeling sweat roll down my spine. Girl, the way you move in close makes the whole damn world align. You're the spark, you're the wildfire, you're the heat I can't deny. And I just wanna melt with you in the flame we're burning tonight. My memories, the no good buddy who swears he's coming then ghosts me cold. Says I'm on my way like he's riding steady. Then 3 hours later he texts, man, I forgot, my bad, I'm old. He showed up long enough to drop one line, acting like it saved my whole damn day, and slipped out quiet like he smelled free pizza. Left me staring at the dust he kicked my way. Now I'm holding this half-dead thought like a busted bottle on the barroom floor, trying to remember the point I forgot. But hell, that point ain't here no more. Cause my mind's an outlaw drifter, running wild where the fence is in. Shows up cocky when I don't need him, but disappears when I'm leaning on a friend. Yeah, I'm humming a tune with no center, chasing words that won't annoy. And the joke of it all, the point I was making, was probably that I can't remember the point. He bailed faster than a man with warrants, hearing someone yell, sheriff's on his way. Didn't even tip his hat or fake a reason, just vanished like smoke at the break of day. Now I'm sifting through the ashes of a thought, trying to find whatever spark I had. But the trail's gone cold and the meaning's shot, and I'm laughing cause it's honestly kinda sad. So I'm picking this guitar like a lock, trying to break into my own damn mind. But every time I think I've cracked that box, the truth slips off like a thief in the pines. Cause my mind's an outlaw drifter, running wild where the fence is in. Shows up cocky when I don't need him, but disappears when I'm leaning on a friend. Yeah, I'm humming a tune with no center, chasing words that won't annoy. And the joke of it all, the point I was making, was probably that I can't remember the point. Maybe someday I'll ride back through that memory with the crooked grin. Maybe he'll bring the meaning I once knew, or maybe he'll just steal my pen again. Either way, I'll keep singing this broken song, cause forgetting is a story of its own. And sometimes the truth ain't really gone, it's just hiding where the wild ones roam. Yeah, my mind's an outlaw drifter, kicking dust down a lonesome line. Shows up loud when I ain't asking nothing, but disappears when I'm begging for a sign. So I finished this song with no ending, let the lost words fall where they may. Cause the point I was trying to be defending done settled up and rode away. There's a long line of ladies chasing that sugar daddy name, looking for a quick little payday, never learning a man ain't just spare change. That don't want the fire or the fight, that don't want the truth when the night gets quiet. Just a handout, not a handshake, and I'm too old for buying lies. But then you walked in like a match to gasoline, not begging, not playing, just real as it seems. 'Cause you ain't like the rest of them. You hit me like a steel-toed truth. If I ever play that sugar daddy game, it'd only be for a woman like you. One with fire in her chest, one who don't flinch when the world starts shaking. If we're talking about a deal tonight, let's make one worth making. I've seen gold diggers circle like buzzards on a broke down road, trying to sweet talk a man out of something they ain't willing to carry or hold. But you stand your ground like a fence post, weathered strong through the wind and rain. And I ain't looking for a pretty little taker, I'm looking for a woman who'll stay. You ain't asking for a wallet, you're asking for a man who shows up. 'Cause you ain't like the rest of them. You hit me like a steel-toed truth. If I ever play that sugar daddy game, it'd only be for a woman like you. One with fire in her chest, one who don't flinch when the world starts shaking. If we're talking about a deal tonight, then let's make one worth making. No secrets, no games, no running, just two hearts laying it down. If you bring the honesty, darling, I'll bring the kind of love that sticks around. 'Cause you ain't like the rest of them. You hit me like a steel-toed truth. If I ever played that sugar daddy game, it'd only be for a woman like you. One with fire in her chest, one who don't flinch when the world starts shaking. If we're talking about a deal tonight, then let's make one worth making. Yeah, if we're talking about a deal tonight, let's make one worth taking. I once knew a spirited country girl who was always up for a drink. There was something irresistibly charming in how she reached for what she called sweet, as if the night itself leaned in, drawn to her longing. Seconds move lazy, like time knew better than to rush. She was a charming little country gal, quiet yet assured, the kind of savored her sweetness pure. 2 drinks at least, slow as a lazy back road ride, each sip deepening in her gaze with a melody I could almost hear. Her smile rose easy, like dawn slipping under a tired curtain, warm enough to trust, but hiding something certain. She took her time, savoring it to the fullest, every drop, every beat, like the sweetness carried a secret meant just for her. she was holding on to was the moment itself, right down to the very last drop. When her cup was full, she held it like a quiet promise. Back porch hush, moon hanging crooked in the trees, savoring slow like she was starving for something honest, something buried deep where only she could reach. She drained a steady, unhurried, like a woman who's seen enough of life to know what silence really means. And I watched her, wondering what message she was hearing, what ghost in sweetness kept whispering in her ear. Her smile rose easy, like dawn slipping through the shadows, warm enough to touch, but keeping its secrets narrow. She took her time, savoring it to the fullest, every drop, every beat, like the sweetness carried a secret meant just for her. Then she glanced my way, slow and deliberate, and I knew what she was holding on to was the moment itself, right down to the very last drop. Maybe it wasn't the drink at all, maybe it was a hush between the words, maybe it was the way the night would stall, like it knew something neither of us had heard. Maybe it was the way your silence spoke, soft as dust before the rain. Maybe it was the way your smile broke, saying everything without naming a thing. Yeah, she drank it down, every drop, every beat, like the sweetness held a secret carved for her to keep. And when she looked back at me, grateful, glowing, hard to stop, I knew the thing she held on to was the moment, low down and smoking, right down to the very last drop. She was a pretty little country girl who loved her sweets, and I'm still trying to hum the melody she left with me. She's out on Main Street, dressed up loud, like a sky full of July flame, spandex catching every light, like she's calling out her name. I ain't one to judge, folks can wear what they choose, that's fine, but she shot me that lightning look when my eyes just crossed the line. Don't get upset when they glance your way, when you're leaving a little to the imagination, like the sun on a summer day. If you put it on display, folks are bound to see. That's just how it goes in a town like this. Naturally, if you don't want your piece looked at, keep it under wraps, but don't act surprised when they look your way, if you're showing all that. Yeah, I get it, it's the fashion, this style right now. Bright and bold, no holding back, no need to tone it down. But you can't light a fire for show, then curse the flame it brings. Can't paint the sky neon and get mad when people see the things. If you're stepping out to be seen, don't turn around and fight the view. Eyes are gonna follow what's standing out in plain sight of you. Don't get keep it under wraps, but don't act surprised when they look your way. If you're showing all that, I ain't talking disrespect, just the truth, cause and effect. You walk out loud, the world looks on. That's been the way since time rolled on. Don't get mad when they look your way, when you're leaving little to the imagination, like a hot July day. If you put it out front, folks are bound to see. Ain't nobody blind in this old country. If you don't want your peace looked at, keep it under wraps, but don't get mad when they look your way. If you're putting it out like that, girl, you're running hot tonight. Yes, rolling off your skin, got my heartbeat hitching sideways. Every time you lean back in, there's a wildfire in your whisper, and it's crawling up my chest. Pull me closer through the darkness, let the night do all the rest. You're burning like a fever, and I feel it when you breathe, every tremble in your voice. It's like boots on old pine beams. Yeah, the room gets kinda hazy when your warmth starts taking hold. You're burning like a fever, darling, and I can't let you go. You say the world is spinning and your pulse is running wild. I can hear it in the quiet, like a drum beat in the pines. There's a shiver in your laughter, and it tells me everything. Let me read it like a map line, from your shoulders to your wings. You're burning like a fever, and I feel it when you breathe, every tremble in your voice. It's like boots on old pine beams. Yeah, the room gets kinda hazy when your warmth starts taking hold. You're burning like a fever, darling, and I can't let you go. Maybe it's the moonlight, maybe it's the whiskey glow, but your heat keeps pulling me like a river pulling slow. If this fire's gonna rise, then let it rise and take control. I'm right here riding every high till the fever breaks its hold. You're burning like a fever, and it's running through my veins. Every breath you lay against me sets the night on fire again. Yeah, the world fades out around us when your warmth starts taking hold. You're burning like a fever, darling, and I won't let you go. kind, the kind of lonely man dreams of at night. Always there when the world felt rough, never once told me, boy, that's enough. Yeah, she lifted me high, then settled me slow. Had a way of steadying my soul. One little taste in the morning felt right. By noon she had me humming, she took me in tonight. 'Cause she's open when I'm broken, she's open when I'm fine. Three little places on this map where she's always on my mind. Rain or shine, she's waiting. Never once did she close shop. Yeah, she keeps me coming back again. Open 365, savoring every last drop. Savoring every last drop. She never left me hanging, never made me feel alone. Gave everything without a question, like she knew I needed something strong. Afternoon delight, a midnight spark. She lit up every corner of my dark. And anytime I needed her, she'd answer that call. Didn't matter if I stumbled in summer, winter, spring or fall. 'Cause she's open when I'm broken and open when I'm fine. Three little spots on the map where she's always on my mind. Rain or shine, she's waiting, never once closing her shop. Always pulling me back for more. Open every day of the year, savoring every drop. Some folks say she's trouble, some say she ain't a friend. But when the world gets heavy, she's the one who helps me mend. Maybe I lean too hard, maybe I fall too fast, but she's the only one I know who never judges my past. 'Cause she's open when I'm broken, and she's open when I'm fine. Three little places on this map where she's always on my mind. Rain or shine, she's waiting. She never once closed her shop. Always keeping me coming back for more. Open all year, serving right down to the last drop. Right down to the very last drop. On a warm July night, the sky burning bright, colors breaking through the blue. She looked at me like she knew I could light her spark. A sonic boom in the dark. She took my hand and gazed deep into my eyes, saying, let's take it slow, let's make something real tonight.
I don't need the sky to be blazing all the time, just a steady flame that never fades.
But when your touch matches my heartbeat, it's like rockets blasting at full force. So light the fuse, feel the heat and let it burn. Overflowing with feeling right in the sonic boom, like a spark I always knew we'd ignite. It ain't pressure, it ain't She don't want a constant thunder, just a man who knows the spark. Someone steady when it's quiet, but can't light up her dark. So I don't chase every explosion, I just stand where she can see. When she's ready for that moment, she can strike that match in me.
When I lean into his rhythm, I feel colors in my veins. Not a wildfire out of control, but a beauty in the flames.
It's not always loud or shiny, sometimes it's soft and true. But when we rise into that moment, it's a sky I share with you.
Like the 4th of July, we come alive. Every touch just electrifies. In a flash, in a flame, in a heartbeat's view. Every burst feels brand new.
Hold me close in the glow we make. Let it burn, don't hesitate. If it fades, we'll light it again. This kind of love don't ever end. Feel that spark, don't let it rush.
I'll hold the flame, but not too much.
Let it rise when it feels right. I'll be steady in the night. Every burst, every glow we choose is a love we don't have to lose. Like the 4th of July, we come alive, painting colors across the sky. Every moment a flash of truth, every spark just me and you. Hold me close in the glow we make. Let it burn, don't hesitate. Even when the night falls through, I'll relight the sky with you, yeah. We rise, we shine, like sparks in the summertime, fading slow, but we both know we'll light it again. Every time. My heart's been a long-haired drifter, chasing an ocean of love and home like a wild horse running. I've boarded more trains than I can count, crossed oceans, crossed deserts, crossed lines I shouldn't dare. Still ain't found a place to lay these bones down. No quiet corner where the wind feels like a friend. Every time I hold something worth keeping, it slips through my fingers like river water again. Searched but not found, found only to lose. That's a tune I've been dragging in these worn out boots. This whole damn country hums with stories like mine, restless souls with dust in their teeth, towns named like prayers or warnings, hearts carrying joy and sorrow in equal reach. But these tracks beneath me are wearing thin, and this outlaw ride's hitting its end. I'm tired, Lord, tired of running, tired of steel rails and borrowed sunsets. I'm craving a porch light that don't flickers, a place where the wind finally calls me by my name. Some nights I swear I'm too late to the whole damn thing, watching folks chase sparks like lightning in a jar. They want the shine, not the truth underneath. Just the first date fire, not the weathered heart. They vanish like smoke on the next train west, leaving nothing but echoes in the barroom air. Youth, riches, adventure, that's their gospel. But I've lived long enough to know none of that stays there. I'm done with the chase, done with the ghost. I want something real that don't fade when it's close. This whole damn country hums with stories like mine, restless souls with dust in their teeth, towns named like prayers or warnings, hearts carrying equal parts joy and sorrow. But the tracks beneath me are wearing thin, and this outlaw ride's nearing its end. I'm tired, Lord, tired of running, tired of steel rails and borrowed sunsets. I'm craving a porch light that never flickers, a place where the wind finally calls me by my name. I ain't searching for a barfly or a wild-eyed coyote, ain't chasing a deer scared of the light. Don't need a beaver, only looking for a wood for a quick little thrill in the night. I want a cowgirl with her boots in the dirt, one who knows life's more than the rodeo show. It's the quiet in between the storms, it's the love that stays when the hard winds blow. Yeah, this whole wide country hums with stories like mine, but I'm ready to carve one that finally stays put. Give me slow burn sunsets and laughter soft as lantern light. Give me someone whose footsteps don't fade down the road. I'm tired, Lord, tired of running, tired of steel rails, tired of sunsets I never get to keep. I'm reaching for a porch light that never flickers, a place where the wind knows my name by heart. And maybe her voice carries it back to me, sweet as a promise I can finally believe. Came in like a blessing, soft as a Sunday morning hymn. Had that smile that could fool a preacher, and eyes that'd pull any poor boy in. But the good Lord don't miss nothing. He sees deeper than a man can see. So he turned her heart like a weather vane, and he turned that woman away from me. 'Cause some things bloom and some stay buried. Some fires fade before they burn. Some roads look straight till you're halfway down, and you feel that wicked curve. Yeah, some things just ain't meant to work out, no matter how trying to eat soup with a fork. You'll spill it all before it's gone. I thought she could be the one to walk beside me, but she slipped like water through my hands. One minute she looked like forever, next minute she was running with the wind. And I ain't mad the good Lord stopped it. He was saving me from sinking slow. Sometimes mercy looks like heartbreak, and sometimes leaving's how you grow. 'Cause some things bloom, and some stay buried. Some fires fade before they burn. Some roads look straight till you're halfway down, and you feel that wicked curve. Yeah, some things just ain't meant to work out, no matter how hard you hold on. Like trying to eat soup with a fork. You spill it all before it's gone. Now I ain't dead, I ain't broken, just wiser than I used to be. If the Lord shuts a door, He's protecting a foolhardy cowboy like me. Some things bloom, and some stay buried. Some storms hit just to make you strong, and some loves feel right till the truth shows up and proves you're dead wrong. Yeah, some things just ain't meant to work out, and that woman was one of those things. Like trying to eat soup with a fork. You'll never hold what ain't meant to cling. Well, if God called a man like me to stand and preach the truth, and this whole world's in trouble, and that's the honest proof. I ain't polished, I ain't proper, I ain't trying to play it safe. I'm just a mule, stubborn sinner, saved by mercy and by grace. I speak it like I receive it, even when it cuts them deep, 'cause the hardest words to swallow are the ones we're called to keep. Serious troubles rolling like thunder down the line, when the church starts preaching comfort and calls it God's design. If the truth cuts deep and pierces, that's the way the word was made, not shaped by man's opinion, but by the holy word He gave. If God called a man like me, then brother, you can bet it's true. This world is in serious trouble, and the trouble starts with you. I've watched folks flip their Bibles like they're skipping stones on lakes, jumping past the parts that challenge all the choices that they make. They want blessings without burden, they want mercy without cost. But discipleship ain't easy, and stewardship ain't lost. It's the doctrine of convenience that's been preaching far too long, while the doctrine of the Father still stands fierce and still stands strong. A serious trouble's rolling like thunder down the line when the church starts preaching comfort and calls it God's design. If the truth cuts deep and pierces, that's the way the Word was made, not shaped by man's opinion, but by the holy Word He gave. If God called a man like me, then brother, you can bet it's true. This world is in serious trouble, and the trouble starts with you. I ain't here to win a crowd, I ain't here to play pretend. I'm here to share God's truth until the very last breath I take. If it rattles all your fences, if it shakes your Sunday smile, maybe that's the very reason God sent me here for a while. So I bear the sword of the Spirit, forged in fire, till the doctrine built by mankind burns beneath His holy decree. And if one lost soul gets woken by the words I'm called to say, then this stubborn, broken preacher's done his job another day. A serious trouble's rolling like thunder down the line when the church starts preaching comfort and calls it God's design. If the truth burns like a fire, that's the way the Word was made, not shaped by man's opinion, but by the holy Word He gave. If God called a man like me, then brother, you can bet it's true. This world is in serious trouble, if the truth can still break through. Sometimes I forget how holy it is to speak the truth with love. There's a time for everything under the sun, and the days keep rising above. There's a whisper deep in the heart of me that the hour is growing thin, and eternity waits like a valley road where every soul must begin. Every step we take, every word we say leads us closer to loss or light. But mercy stands in the doorway still, calling us home tonight. Oh, the truth will set you free, my friend. that scatters the heart inside. So I'll sing what grace has sung to me. God loved us first, you see. Hope lives nowhere else but truth, and the truth will set you free. There's still time to turn from the shadowed path to the shining fields ahead. Still time to trade the comfort of lies for the light where angels tread. And I'm sorry for the times I spoke like a hammer instead of a friend, when the Lord was asking a gentler voice to carry His truth again. Every breath we breathe, every seed we sow shapes the story we leave behind. But love is the hand that opens the door for the truth to speak in kind. Oh, the truth will set you free, my friend, like a river running clear and wide. But truth without love is an empty wind that scatters inside. So I'll sing what grace has sung to me. God loved us first, you see. Hope lives nowhere else but truth, and the truth will set you free. And when the daylight fades to gold and the mountains lose their flame, we'll stand in the glow of a love untold and call on His holy name. For the truth is a road that leads us home, where the heart finds peace again. Oh, the truth will set you free, my friend, like the wind through the aspen trees. Let love be the lantern guiding you home through the valleys and memories. For God loved us first, and by His grace we learn what love can be. Hope lives nowhere else but truth, and the truth will set you free. When did it all change, my friend? When hope was something you could hold, not a thing you had to chase down the highway, not a dream that kept growing cold. When folks could disagree and smile, shake hands at the end of the day. Life felt simple as a Sunday sunrise, and the world seemed kinder that way. The world seemed kinder that way. But the river keeps on rolling, and the times keep drifting by. We forget the sound of laughter when we're busy asking why. Life's never been easy, no, but it's easier side by side. Maybe if we talked a little longer, we'd find a place where hearts align. They say ignorance is bliss these days. Maybe there's truth in that line, 'cause nobody wants to face the hard things hiding in the corners of their mind. But I still believe in the better angels, in the good that we were born to be. If we'd stop the fight long enough to listen, we might find some common peace. Oh yeah, the river keeps on rolling, and the times keep drifting by. We forget the sound of laughter when we're busy asking why. Life's never been easy, no, but it's easier side by side. Maybe if we talked a little longer, we'd find a place where hearts align. So pull up a chair by the firelight, let the night wind settle your soul. We're all just trying to make sense of living. We're all just trying to feel whole. Maybe the road back home again ain't as far as it seems tonight. Just a step toward one another, just a spark of shared daylight. Oh, the river keeps on rolling, and the times keep drifting by. But hope is still a lantern if we lift it to the sky. Life's never been easy, no, but it's easier side by side. Maybe if we talked a little longer, we'd find a place where hearts align. Yeah, maybe if we talked a little longer, we'd find our way back to the light.
Cut the bullshit, you can't fix what you got wrong with duct tape. But you're patching up your pride like a broke down tailgate. You walk around acting perfect while I'm standing here saying I ain't. I'm a mess, but at least I'm honest. You're a saint in fresh coat paint. Whom are you attempting to deceive? Whom do you believe to be sincere? As you confront the decay, how long concealed deep within yourself? 'Cause I smell something in the air, and I think it's your breath. It's kicking like a mule, man. like a loaded gun. You talk big talk, but your backbone's made of cardboard and cheap glue. You keep preaching like a prophet, but nobody's buying the gospel from you. You're a porch light flicker, I'm a wildfire burning clean through the night. And every time you fake that halo, it just makes your shadows twice as bright. So who you think you're fooling? Who's buying that act you've got? You're polishing up your armor, but the rust still shows the rot. Yeah, I smell something in the air, and I think it's your breath. It's kicking like a mule, man. Smells like death. Go brush your teeth, go rinse that lie off your tongue. This ain't your grandma's country, ain't your granddad's bluegrass song. I'm keeping it real, and you can't outrun the truth when it hits like a loaded gun. Never claimed it, but at least I own my scars. You're out here selling miracles with duct tape holding up your heart. So take your mask and take your ego, take that perfume for your pride. 'Cause the stench of all your stories is the one thing you can't hide. Yeah, I smell something in the air, and I think it's your breath. Your granddad's bluegrass song. I'm keeping it raw, I'm keeping it real, and the truth don't care how you feel. You can't outrun what you become. Cut the bullshit, son. Your time is done. Rode side by side down that old dirt lane, shared coffee, prayers, and a little pain. You said, brother, I'm with you till the end. But when the bucket hit dust, you called it the wind. Now I'm standing by empty stone, talking to the Lord, feeling all alone. I heard the word whisper soft and true, a friend loves at all times. That's what real hearts do. When the well runs dry, the truth comes clear. Who's still standing, who disappears? One stays loyal through the fire and rain, the other walks off when there's nothing to gain. Lord, teach me to love like you, even when the well runs dry. You took your fill, then turned away, left me staring at the break of day. I saw your shadow fade down the road with a briefcase full of borrowed gold. But I found peace in the book I read. Proverbs 19:6 rang in my head. every man's a friend to the one who gives gifts, but the heart of a taker never truly lives. So I keep drawing water from the sky, trusting the Lord to keep me high and dry. When the well runs dry, the truth comes clear. Who's still standing, who disappears? One stays loyal through the fire and rain, the other walks off when there's nothing to gain. Lord, teach me to love like you, even when the well runs dry. Oh, there's dust on my boots, but grace in my soul. I've learned that friendship's worth more than gold. The ones who stay when the nights get long are the ones who help you keep singing your song. When the well runs dry, I'll still believe in the kind of love that never leaves. One heart bleeds true, the other lies, but the Lord sees clear through every disguise. So I walk that road with a steady stride, even when the well runs dry. Yeah, a friend loves at all times, and that's the kind of man I aim to be. Grew up on watered-down sermons echoing from Roman times, never expecting to hear him call my name. But God isn't limited by human opinions. He calls a man when the world casts him aside. For while others see only the surface, he sees straight through to the finish line. The day I opened Enoch, something deep inside me shifted. I found a truth they had tried to bury. Pages Rome thought could stay hidden. Then the fire struck my spirit like a storm I couldn't resist. Now I'm standing in the doorway of a story long untold, and the more I read those pages, the more the truth grabs hold. 'Cause there's a voice in the wilderness calling, saying, wake up, child, the hour's getting late. There's a cage made out of comfort and a world that's learning how to fade. But I ain't bowing to the silence, I ain't selling out for gold or bread. I'm just a man with a fire in his bones and a call I never expected. There's a Bible in Ethiopia, older than the ones we know. Talks about a final empire where the chains don't ever show. Says the shepherds turn to wolves and the crowds don't even see. They build churches full of music, but lose the heart of what should be. The prophets aren't in pulpits, they're found in deserts, jails, and streets. expected. There's a battle in the heartland, not a war of flesh and steel. It's the fight to keep your conscience when the world forgets what's real. 7 seals on every heart, 7 lives we learn to trust. But the truth breaks through the darkness when the faithful rise from dust. Yeah, there's a voice in the wilderness calling, saying stand your ground, don't lose your flame. When the shepherds turn to shadows and the world don't look the same, I'm just a man with the truth in his hands, and a call I never expected. So I'll keep reading, keep speaking, till the last lie finally falls. 'Cause the end ain't the end of living, it's the end of the life for us all.